Chapter 18. A Changed Man. The following day, Hyun-ki was already at the breakfast table, reading his morning paper and sipping his coffee. Soo-mi, Hyun-ki's sister, was flailing her arms to stretch while yawning and greeted Hyun-ki cheerfully. She was already facing the table when she noticed 3 sets of plates. "Good morning, Hyung," older brother in Korean. "Do we have a guest coming at this hour?" she asked curiously. "Yes, and I am waiting for her to wake up. We arrived at dawn, and she must have been exhausted that she was still asleep. I hate to wake her up, so I am just waiting." "You mean you've brought a girl here for the first time?" Soo-mi sing-songed. "She could be, let me guess, someone special or, already, your girlfriend? Because if I remember it right, you told us, me, Dad, and Mom, that you will only bring a girl here if she is someone special, or could she be your girl, Hyung?" Soo-mi excitedly wanted to know. While they were talking, Riel appeared in the dining room and Soo-mi got hold of her breath, for there was this girl his brother fell for. She thought of her as beautiful, sexy, and warm. "Hi. I'm Soo-mi, Hyung's youngest sister, his little sister, as he calls me." Haha, giving out a loud laugh, then reaching her hand to Riel for a handshake. Hyun-ki is observing them, feeling a fondness for both. Soo-mi seemed to be affectionate and friendly. Soo-mi was slim, tall, and pretty. She had straight shoulder-length hair, a fair complexion, gleaming eyes, and dimples. "Hello too, I'm Riel, your brother's executive assistant and his girlfriend." She glanced at him and confidently replied. "I knew it. Because I seldom see him home. I presumed someone has occupied his days," Soo-mi exclaimed. "Well, now that you know, let us eat," Hyun-ki replied. "Riel and I will spend the whole time together before I bring her home because tomorrow and the days ahead will be busy again." Soo-mi was delighted to see his brother in love at last. She felt that Hyun-ki seemed different from his usual self. That man, arrogant as he was, became unpretentious, self-effacing, and gracious. After they had breakfast, both prepared to bring Riel home. But before they went straight to Riel's house, Hyun-ki brought Riel to a place where he usually goes whenever he needs to be alone and reflect. Trees vastly surrounded the place they went to, and the hills were so green and refreshing. The meadow they were standing on was grassy, and the breeze was so cool, with the birds chirping everywhere like music so pleasing to hear. The cliffs were securely fenced. When you look down below, you feel like falling because of their depth. The day had grown long and warm, and summer had seemed to soften from being muggy to beautiful and bright. "This is where I go whenever I want to clear my mind. I learned about this place when I was driving with no direction because of some problems I had in the past. But don't think that I brought you here now because you caused me trouble." He wrapped his arms around Riel, and she, in turn, laid her head on his chest. "I wanted to share this place with you because it is so special to me, and having you here makes me feel pleased and serene." Both held each other like time was the only essence of their closeness. Hyun-ki gazed at Riel tenderly and spoke of his feelings for her. Stroking and caressing her hair, he took a deep breath and whispered gently, "You are the best thing that ever happened to me. I am so sorry for hurting you. Because of my ego, I betrayed your trust. This will never happen again, Riel. Because nothing but you is important to me now, I will see to it that you will always be the center of everything in my life. I love you so much. I'll go crazy if I lose you, so please be patient with me." Hyun-ki touched Riel's chin. "Your love, patience, and trust are my courage to live on. Do you understand? Riel, you changed me to become a better person. And I realized that when I decided to have you as part of my life, you are a part of my life now." Riel was so overwhelmed by Hyun-ki's confession and filled with so much emotion that she couldn't help her tears to fall. "So, this is the man I am falling in love with now," she thought. She felt so grateful that she never drove him away when she was so angry and dismayed at him after his indecent move on her that fateful Saturday at the beach resort. She promised herself to take care of his love. The next day, back in the office, the once quiet atmosphere in the CEO's office since Riel and their boss left was once again in a cheerful mood when Riel came. The 2 secretaries were so happy to be in Riel's company again. "How's the trip, Miss Riel?" Louis and Alexis asked in unison. "Something's changed in you. You look so different. Your aura is glowing, seemingly serene, calm, and happy," said Alexis exuberantly. "Had something happened there, like between you and Mr. Han?" Louis is interested in knowing. Riel was uneasy about their questions, so she said, "Oh, nothing. Nothing like. What are you pointing at, ladies? Maybe because the place gave me a new environment. The air exudes peacefulness and tranquility. Of its breathtaking relaxation, quiet and free from disturbance, Riel narrated cheerfully. Then came in Hyun-ki, showed his face to them to say hello. The two secretaries were baffled because it was the first time that their boss would come to them with greetings. The two ladies had different thoughts in mind. They were taking subtle glances that only them knew, smiling mischievously at each other. Riel felt their immense curiosity, so she changed the flow of their thoughts, asking for a report on their activities while she was gone. They gave her the emails and appointments both had taken into action and handed the present arrangements that their boss will give his attention. Hyun-ki was immersed in the documents he was reading before signing them when Riel came in. Hyun-ki gave a sideways look-up smile to Riel. And Riel, in turn, responded with a subtle flirt smile. Their eyes met, silently staring at each other. Then he stood away from his swivel chair, pulled her to himself, tightened his grasp around her waist, and pressed his lips into her lips. Riel could feel his warm breath around her, and her heart started to flutter her chest again. There was love in the air. As the saying goes, a woman is behind a man's success. When a man fell in love with all sincerity, he decided with conviction to become a better person for the sake of his woman.